Hey everybody, Chuck Karstensen, Course of Miracles, number 33 video. I wanted to give an update on how getting guidance of the Holy Spirit is going. If you follow me at all, but 10 days ago, it was a suggestion I made for healing that I was going to more throughout the day seek guidance. And then a few days ago, I did an update, which I just remember to post actually at my Real Life Impact podcast page now, but it was out on YouTube, Facebook, on unlike other guidance I've had over time, but not that concentrated awareness of asking the Holy Spirit for guidance. Like I said, I suggested that I do about 10 days ago. So I want to update how that's going. The first couple days, 2.5 days, it was like top of mind, 100% or 99% all the time. Like literally anytime I thought of somebody, saw somebody, instead of judging them or whatever thought would come to mind that isn't, I would say, of God or the Holy Spirit, I'd immediately say that's a love child of God. To myself, I'd say that and say their will is God's will, God wills their will, something like that. And so I did that. Now I do that, but not as frequently as I did the first couple of days. So I think sometimes then doing a new habit, sometimes you slip a little bit on it. And for example, like basketball is started, winter basketball. I coached sixth grade basketball. Lucas had a lot of sports, had a couple playoff games for football last week. We started getting going for basketball. And I put a lot of love into the sports, the passion into the sports. In fact, like for coaching basketball, I have Lucas's folder. We're not calling practice, we're calling it champions training. And then many of the practices, I'm going to hand out things, to teach them. And Lucas filled out the workbook there last night. So I'm putting a lot of care and love into that. And part of that is based on the Course of Miracles. Like miracles are expression of love. So therefore, I want to put that in the world by what I'm doing is put extra care into it. So that is guidance from the Holy Spirit to do what I'm called and purposed to do that way. But then when it gets in the competitive nature of a game, like football, they had the craziest, greatest championship game, double overtime loss you could have. Like they had a walk-off interception touchdown that got called back on this flag that didn't seem like there was any blocks. And a couple times during the game and so on, like Old Chuck, if anybody knows Old Chuck from the stands, wanted to come out ferociously. It came out kind of like, not like a teddy bear, but not ferociously, whatever's in between that a couple times on the circumstances. So then you're like, oh, I slipped up a little bit, or that's how I see it with myself. So then it's that, yeah. So the guidance of the Holy Spirit, not perfect over the last 10 days, much better, much more aware, and much more top of mind, and continue to ask for guidance and do what I'm guided to do way, way more than I had up until 10 days ago. But it could be improved. And I think that's all our lives. We all can raise our average, improve, and wherever you're at today, that's where you're at. How can you improve? When it comes to spiritual things, why I do this, what I'd really like you to know, it may not be easy to do. It may be hard to understand spiritual things. I don't think it's hard to understand spiritual things. You have to put time into it, doing the activities of studying, learning, growing, whether it's in the Bible, things like the Course in Miracles, other teachings that would help you. I think it just makes everything go way, way better. Doesn't mean perfect. Doesn't mean things don't go wrong. Just way, way better. Life gets easier. There might be hard spots, might be bumps in the road, might be potential situations that you're like, how do I work through? Much, much easier when you're receiving guidance and not going with like your ego or somebody else's ego or somebody else's opinion. Go with the guidance of the Holy Spirit. Much, much better results all the time. So that's my update on getting guidance from the Holy Spirit. I'll come back with another video, I'm sure, in a couple, 3 days, and hope everybody's doing well. Have a blessed day. Thanks for always watching, tuning in, and you're always welcome to share these or reach out anytime for prayer, healing, any kind of the talk about guidance and miracles. Thanks a lot.